Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back. It's UEDAIP. It's a custom campaign for StarCraft Remastered, created by Nekron, and we're heading into the Big Push, a notorious mission from the original campaigns. The UEDAIP description is a celebration of the original campaign's classic TVT masterpiece with focus on tank checkerboards and slow progress. Lots of goofy Confederate attack goodness. Yeah, I'm sure when I'm getting hit with 14 siege tanks, I'll be celebrating. Let's just go ahead and get started and see what happens, okay? We can skip this. We've all seen it before. Right into it.
All right, kids. Let's find a spot to park these bad boys.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. We got NORAD 2. I'm not sure if NORAD 2 is going to be any different. Like, if it shoots slower or faster, it probably attacks like the battle cruisers in general that do in UEDAIP, where they have the triple air attack, but then they also have the splash damage ground attack.
Hang on.
But it's really beefy, 1200 HP, 4 damage, or 4 armor.
Half a squadron never would have left this equipment behind. That's what I call sloppy.
Okay, let's go ahead and drop these off. And start landing where applicable. It's always further left than I expect it to be. I think we've already got you coming in. Where's my starport? There it is. Over here.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Hey, we got a geyser up here. That's nice. You keep floating down there. You're going where you need to go. I think everybody's landing where they need to land. Just plop this down somewhere and start some depots.
Orders, Captain. Orders.
Let me get a second depot down here. Honestly, I think we just land this as close to the resources and gas as possible. We can even get a third command center so that now also we have the ability to make a comsat right there as well.
Destination.
Okay, well, we have some random rates that can cover us. NORAD 2, I'm just going to leave at the top of this ramp, and then we'll maybe want to throw down a bunker up here pretty early to help defend us against early attacks. I thought that would be stuck, but he was not stuck. You love to see it. Let's just go ahead and get a bunker. Does not hurt at all. I don't know how early the enemies will be hitting us, and with what ferocity, we'll find out soon enough. But even getting that early bunker seems a bit aggressive. It's only 75 resources, but that's, you know, one fewer SCV that we can get started on early. I don't know if we have the, quote, easier version of this map based on how fast we kill the comm center in the Big Push. I really have no idea. We're going to want to get an engineering bay early as well so that we can get some turrets. We can use these maybe to fly around a little bit and get a sense of what is right around us. There's usually a nice little area in the bottom left where we can put a bunch of supply depots. That doodad right there is going to blow up our spot, I think.
SCV good to go, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we'll definitely get some turrets here and over here. But for now, yeah, let's just focus on SCVs. It really just depends on how early the enemy's going to attack us as well. And we want NORAD 2 to be tanking any damage of the enemies that are coming in.
I read you.
One semi-random thing that I do know is different in UEDAIP is that nukes come down a lot faster. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, he takes like no damage from these Marines because they do 5 damage and he has 4 armor. That's pretty great. So we can realistically sit here. We could bring him in even just a little bit closer in range of our bunker. We can move these ghosts up here to help us as well.
SCV good to go, sir. I read you.
Okay, we got to get our gas going here as soon as possible. Yeah, help us out, ghosts. That's perfectly fine. Let's go and get this set up. And this set up. Okay, you'll love to see it. And we need gas pretty early here so that we can repair NORAD 2. So that's why I just set up both gas at the same time. Next, we'll get an engineering bay. We can come up and repair this, but we seem to be in okay shape for now. We can also get some extra Marines as necessary. The Wraiths we can use to kind of pivot around and keep us safe as necessary as well.
SCV good to go, sir.
Okay, and let's not get supply blocks. So let's go ahead and set up something, I guess, down here. Next set of resources needs to be an engineering bay, I think.
I read you.
Right there is fine.
Good to go, sir.
And these random pipe doodads are kind of
Orders, Captain. Orders for
Kind of holding me back. They're holding me down. Oh, okay. Well, how about you do this, please? And we can get siege mode here very soon.
Orders, Captain. Reporting for duty.
There's way more gas here. 4,600 versus 1,600, so we'll just get this as saturated as possible early. Keep making those depots, and then let's go siege mode and try and get some tanks out as early as possible. We could try to also get early nukes and just nuke this front part of charcoal, black, gray, whatever that
Good to go, sir.
that enemy is.
SCP good to go, sir. Job's finished.
Okay, there's our engineering bay, and we want to just get some turrets up in places so that we don't get
Yes, sir.
hit from random locations that we aren't fully prepared for.
Job's finished.
I'll start
Not enough
infantry
minerals.
weapons here in a moment.
Not enough
Here in a
minerals.
moment. There we go. Siege mode's coming up. We'll start making tanks here, and
Affirmative.
we're okay in terms of supply right now. Looks like a potential enemy attack coming in. I guess we'll move up with the Wraiths also for now, just to get started to keep us
Job's finished.
relatively safe.
Reporting for duty.
Let's get a turret right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Okay.
Base is
Okay. Maybe. Maybe what we should have done was focus a bit more on tanks early. I'm not so sure. Oh, we've got the meme fire bat attacks coming in here. Actually, we seem okay. We seem okay. Okay. Are you stuck? Don't be stuck. You love to see it. Let's get another turret there.
Reporting for duty. Right away,
Let's
sir.
get an academy next.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, that's wasted. Zoom out of this. It seems like it does less damage now. Like, noticeably less damage. Look out, buddy. Probably want to get lockdown pretty early here as well. In fact, I'm going to do that, because I think ghosts have a chance to panic cast lockdown, which would actually be quite good.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir.
Turrets.
Orders, Captain.
Turrets. And then, let's go and rescue this.
SCP good to go, sir.
Get those tanks out.
Minerals.
The earlier the better. We'll get a second bunker up here, and then we're just going to spam some tanks out. And just cram as many in here as possible.
Job's reporting for duty. Job's finished.
Okay, we just want to make sure that we can see cloaked wraiths, so that's why we're going to set up a few of these. And also getting a science vessel early would be really nice.
SCP good to
We
go,
could defense
sir.
matrix Duke and all of that stuff.
I read you. Right away, sir.
Research complete.
Okay, that feels okay. Let's grab U-238, and we can even build a barracks up here for the healing ore at the top of the ramp. Could be nice. Let's go ahead and do this. Start getting some extra marines. We do have a science facility, so we can start getting +2 early as well. And basically, this is like, let's see if we can survive this early section. If we can survive the start here, I'll feel, really good.
Reporting for duty.
But it's getting to that point, which might be very, very difficult.
Base is under attack.
Job's finished.
Okay, vehicle weapons. And I think at this point, I'm just gonna make tanks and then eventually Goliaths. There haven't really been any, super sneak attacks or anything like that that have hit me yet, so I think we're okay. Auto repairs doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work.
Additional supply depots
Okay,
required.
and there is the depot check. Can also go ahead and grab another command center here if I really wanted to. I don't, but I'm just saying I could. Can't build there. Just throw those down wherever they will fit. Go ahead and repair there.
Additional supply
And yeah, just
depots
more
required.
tanks at this point. That's fine.
Complete.
Alright, and let's start scanning to get a sense of what we're attacking into. Lots of barracks up there. And guess what? Keep making tanks. I think we're doing okay. It certainly doesn't seem like the enemy started with like a massive advantage or disadvantage. So again, I'm not super sure if we landed smack dab in the middle of the what is considered like the really good or like semi-easy version at the start here. Hello, SCV. I know you're considering auto-repairing, but I really would just like you to go ahead and... Okay, this is good. Getting a group of Wraiths to take down siege tanks would be really good, too. I'm not sure if anything's been going on over here. It doesn't seem like anything's made its way to us, but I'm going to go ahead and just set up more turrets here. And as we get more tanks, we'll be able to start pushing with this group. Okay, it's a little spiced, but I think we're doing pretty good here. Just keep it up with the tanks, and that's when we're going to be able to start pushing. Oh, I don't like where that is. That's going to block our tanks that spawn. Go ahead and just put that there. Get back to mining. There's not really space to cram a barracks up here, but I would really like to do it. Go ahead and Yamato this. It seems like Yamato is worse. Okay, very nice. Let's get some more guys up here to repair. Oh, don't do that. I'm not sure if I'm too close to charcoal right now, and that's actually making this much worse. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab even another one of these. Let's get ocular implants so we can start making ghosts and nukes. And then we nuke a bunch on our way towards where we need to be. I also would like to grab a science vessel while we can currently afford it. It's very expensive. Just start making Marines and Ghosts. Now, again, these attacks are quite large. No doubt. Let's go ahead and Yamato this. So we have our front line here. It's holding on. It really is. Vehicle weapons. Gas is a major issue right now. They continue to flood towards us. We have to figure out how to start inching forward with the tanks. And I'm not sure if I can even fit tanks through here. We might just want to go ahead and destroy this this turret because it's blocking us. Thankfully, that splash damage doesn't damage us. Duke is pretty cool here. I'm going to go vehicle plating and then just start making lots of Marines. And as we get new gas, let's go ahead and start getting a few Ghosts, and then we can consider double nuking. Can't quite afford to do that yet. I see that science vessel up there. Yamato gun's only 100. Maybe that's why it does less damage. Just sort of shoo that thing away. And we're going to have to inch forward with turrets constantly. So every little bit, we're going to keep these SCVs here in line with us. Getting +3 seems really good, but perhaps a little too aggressive. I'd like to get this second nuke. You can see how beefy those enemy BCs are. Very much like to keep that alive if possible. Why don't you come on over here? I mean, we do have a science facility, so I'm feeling okay regarding that. So I think what we need to do... It said checkerboard tanks. Just do it like this. Don't run in there. Okay, got that enemy tank. Back up here. Let's drop a nuke here with ocular implants. That should help. Don't throw the Wraiths away. Back up. Let's see how fast the nukes actually do come down here. Oh, it's got a nice little reticule there, too. We had a really good start here. Waiting for that nuke to land would be great time. Okay, perfect. Okay. That's fine. Start getting Marines. Start getting more tanks. Upgrades are on their way out. Still looking pretty good. Somehow we didn't lose the Wraiths. Let's go ahead and repair those. No problem. That reminds me we should probably continue inching forward with this. I'm going to save. This has been a great start. I realized my save game names were wrong, whatever it was last mission or the mission before, because I was playing under a different profile name. All right. Again, I don't think they've tried to flank us in any way, but I think setting these turrets up really doesn't hurt. We're going to keep making Marines. It's a decent chunk of Wraiths. Okay, and as new tanks spawn, we just go ahead and inch forward with the existing ones. I was told checkerboard tanks or something like that. Okay, we have some interesting random stuff coming in here. I'd love the D-Matrix get up here, and I'm hoping that the auto repair starts kicking in a little more aggressively. Keep getting tanks. Let's go ahead and grab another factory now that we can pretty much afford it. Somewhere where units that spawn from it won't get stuck, though. Let's do something a little wacky and float this up there. And let's go ahead and get another thing there. You know, a thing. Can't really afford anything else. I think that this is fine, though. Let's go ahead and move forward. Move forward. This tank is kind of blocking us right now. Okay, keep inching forward. And now we can start just making heavy Marines. Stimpaks certainly wouldn't hurt at this point. Vehicle weapons, for sure. And now gas is what we're really short on. We're just going to start slamming Marines. So there is a yellow faction on this map. That's certainly different. Okay, get up there. Get up there. Again, I was told to checkerboard with tanks. That's what we're doing. I'll even make more, Dude, we're getting there. We're getting through the central section, for sure. Okay, Duke, you're doing the Lord's work. Duke, how are you doing? You're absolutely fine. Keep it up. Okay, move on up here. We're going to keep repairing, trying to keep these tanks alive. Okay, let's go ahead and leapfrog just a tiny bit more. Clearing out the central section. We want to get up to those barracks. That's where the majority of this faction's units are coming out from. Definitely. Okay, we're going to keep making turrets along the edges here. And I'm going to start getting some Goliaths. Relatively light on gas will absolutely pay for themselves. We're going to have +3 attack coming out for a lot of this stuff here very soon. Grab these, inch forward up to the next section. They did try to nuke us earlier, so we have to be extra careful. Okay. Pretty big chunk of tanks here. Okay, back up, back up. Marines. Yamato here. Say Duke should win this engagement for sure. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and inch forward with this group. More tanks.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Okay, it's spooky, but I think we're doing it. Let's grab some more SCVs to move on up here. Okay, we're getting there. You go ahead and repair Duke. Keep making Marines so that they can get thrown into the grinder, but you know what? We gotta do what we gotta do. We're getting rid of some of their... We're definitely getting rid of some of their production here. This is great. Let's repair these. And we're doing the inch. The classic inching. We're making it there. Infantry armor. Vehicle plating would be nice. Again, gas is a problem. Since we don't have any extra gas, we're just going to go ahead and... and spam Marines, even though they get irradiated pretty effectively. Okay, let's get more barracks. I think we're going to unload these. I'll keep one of them loaded, just in case. I'll grab Stimpack, though I don't think it's super necessary at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and inch forward with this group. Sorry, buddy. There's random generators on this map. I'm not sure, like, what effect that has on stuff. You guys are, you know, just throwing your lives away at this point. Something, something, something. Tank checkerboard? Dude, I think we have had a great start here. I'd love to start mixing in some ghosts, but I don't have the gas to do so right now. Okay, you all. Dude, and Duke has been an invaluable asset here. He's really doing well. What I'd like to... We know that there are random starports up the left. Maybe we're going to want to make a move towards those here pretty soon. Ow. Sorry, SCV.
Your forces are under attack.
Keep inching. Keep making turrets over here. And then the stim, again, supposedly heals them a little bit over time as well. Or maybe that got reverted. I'm not so sure. Anything here... I mean, yeah, sure, we'll get personal cloaking. I'll get Titan Reactor. And let's save our gas now. That's not depleted. That one's depleted.
Roger that. Job's finished. Reporting for duty.
You're stuck.
I'm listening. In transit.
Dude, the idle SCV
Your forces
thing
are under attack.
is great. It really is great. Okay, you all move in. Start taking care of this stuff. Okay, you all are going to move forward. We have to get a large tank group up here so that we can continue moving up towards orange and yellow, wherever the yellow base is. There we go.
Friendly forces are under attack.
That's a little spiced right there. We got to get some Goliaths.
Make up your mind.
Oh! It does splash damage. That's the Yamato. Okay. Do all Yamatos have splash damage, or is it just Duke? Because that's pretty huge. Okay, keep getting... Again, we want to get them trapped sort of in this area right here. Okay, let's get some SCVs up to the front so that we can mass build some turrets, and we'll be cooking with gas. Separately, I think we're going to want to send a group over to the left. We don't need a lot. Maybe just a group of Marines to come over here and start cleaning this area up. Let's save. This is going fine. It's been almost 30 minutes, but... You know, we're doing what needs to be done. I have so many resources that I think I'm just going to mass build barracks so that we can just flood with infantry. I do have a little bit more gas now, so that means let's go ahead and grab these upgrades. Ship weapons are fine. We can make battle cruisers this mission. So I think mixing in more Goliaths is the right choice here. Let's go ahead and take this group of tanks. It seems like the auto repair is kicking in here. You'll love to see that. We'll go right on this edge. We can start taking care of this stuff on the high ground as well. Gotta hotkey this. Scan. It's unclear. I think maybe the generators are just meant to be visual things. You know, neat little visual things. I'm not so sure. I see. Oh, no! So we found yellow.
Your forces are under attack.
Well, I did just save. That's a bummer. Lockdown's supposed to last less time, but... Oh, he's alive. I was going to say, I think he's dead, but... Ooh, he lives. Okay, back up here, and you're just going to be on hold position in the back. Move the science vessel back up to the front so that we don't get nuked. Let's go ahead and get some more turrets set up here. We'll get some more SCVs up here. This group, keep pushing. We'll get rid of that stuff eventually. Okay, and again, gas is our major stopping block here. Let me grab one more science vessel so we can kind of leave it near this edge. I can't believe Duke lived. Let's save. That was one of those moments where I didn't even realize that he was sort of stuck, sort of trapped. This is a little meme-worthy here, but we're all good. Yellow seems to be really big on these science vessels. I'd love to go up there and try and kill them, because actually, let's scan around a little bit and see. It seems like their stuff is just right here.
Base is under attack.
Yeah. Okay, let's take our time. I don't know why this is unbuildable. But I have so many minerals that we can just keep this marine spam going here. Okay, I will risk taking Duke up here for this.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, that AoE Yamato is pretty sick. Okay, let's go ahead and get a second comsat here. We really need to be moving in towards yellow here sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and start... let's get some SCVs over here to repair, and let's go ahead and take groups of tanks and start inching forward to get across this bridge. We could also just spam Marines into them and see what happens. It might work.
Add-on complete.
That's just going to block the rest of the tanks.
Why did I do that?
Yes, sir. Orders, sir. Identify target. Delatitude, sir. Identify target. Transmit orders. Destination.
Okay, there and there.
Yes, sir. Give me some of this shoot. Transmit orders.
I hate. Hold position, back up.
Yes, sir. Commander. Outstanding.
Okay, we're gonna take this group of Marines, we're gonna go for it.
Sir. Delatitude, sir. Go ahead, Commander.
Goliaths.
Your forces are under attack.
Ship weapons for Duke. Maybe we should get survivability for Duke while we're at it.
Identify target. Orders, sir. Yes, sir.
I think I'm gonna leave these tanks here just in case.
Destination. Proceeding. Destination.
And it's time to move up. Seems like there's a good chunk of their production right here, so if we can get to this bridge. Okay, good stuff. Move up here.
Orders, sir.
Move up here.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'm heavily focused, or I'm trying to be at least. So the commentary may suffer, but again, we're doing our best. We got to get through this. Probably want to just spam out a lot more production structures at this point, because look at our minerals.
Your forces are under
Really,
attack.
really good. Let's just keep making those Marines. They die very fast.
Yes, sir. You want a piece of me?
I can't believe one of these Wraiths is still alive. Did I accidentally build a Wraith? I don't think that's what happened. Okay, let's go ahead and inch forward with these tanks. We want to get rid of yellow where possible. Let's go ahead and just keep coming down here. I think that AI must be out of money.
Forces are under attack.
Like, they must be. Okay. Move forward here. Orange is coming to seemingly defend their ally. I think we want to go for yellow first, because they are definitely more annoying, but we need to hold this area to disallow orange from getting to us, which I don't think is going to be a major issue. I'm going to build more tanks. We're going to rally up to this middle section. Upgrades coming out looking good. Infantry's fully upgraded. Just go ahead and get more Marines. And you hate to see that. We got Goliaths and we've got Dukes, so we may be able to... I mean, we're going to lose some stuff, but that's really not... It's not that big of a deal. Let's just go ahead and... D-Matrix, the one that's getting hit the hardest. They did sort of sneak around us here, but that's all right. I think we're fine.
Your forces are under attack.
Thank you, Auto Repair. You're doing the Lord's work. Let's get a couple bunkers and turrets set up on this edge, and then we're going to use these tanks to protect us from orange, while we move up into the left to deal with the yellow. That's my plan, at least. Let me even grab maybe another... You know what? We don't need a second. I don't think we need a different science vessel.
Your forces are under attack.
Did they kill the... No, it's here. I was going to say, did they kill my science vessel that had moved up in this direction? It doesn't look like it. How dare you?
Upgrade complete.
Okay, just keep cleaning this up while you're at it, boys.
Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Okay, just pass away.
I read you.
That's just in case.
Destination identified. Target.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, we need turrets for sure. Let's go ahead and start grabbing more and more of these SCVs to bring up. Because they just die as they're in combat because they're getting irradiated and such. That's no problem. It's just, you know, we're getting a surplus of
Your forces are under attack.
SCVs. So this is good that we're gonna take care of these. Got lots of tanks here. Well, I had the right idea. Let's just see if we can move these guys over here. I think we want to move Duke up like we had him earlier. He was a great addition to these attacks.
Under attack.
Okay, keep inching forward. All of you attack. You hold position here. Get out of the way. SCVs, you know, I would love it if you just went ahead and
Forces are under attack.
continue to auto repair again. It seems like it almost decays, like the ability itself decays over the course of the mission. Dude, that's their science facility. We can get rid of that. We're cooking with gas. You know, we did start with checkerboard tanks, no doubt, but now now we just have big old tank clump. You can't go wrong with big old tank clump. As long as you're diligent, like actually moving them forward consistently, it seems like it's a pretty good thing to have.
Forces are under attack.
All right, these
Reporting for duty.
these are pretty spooky, consistent attacks. We're just gonna cram in turrets here where we can. You all just walk in here and just keep getting rid of these. There must have been a cloaked wraith down here, but it's pretty much gone. Let's just go ahead and take some of these extraneous marines to come on down here. What is the actual objective, by the way? Eliminate the Confederate forces, which is what I would expect. Okay. Unsiege these, move them up, move them up. I can't believe we almost lost Duke earlier. That was pretty spooky. There's their nuke silo as well. It's like Yellow's special forces. So it feels good to be getting rid of them now. Yellow hasn't attacked us for or not Yellow. Orange hasn't attacked us for a while. I think we actually got pretty far ahead in terms of upgrades fairly early, and that really did it for us. Like getting that +3 vehicle attack, I think was, I don't want to say invaluable, but I do think it made a noticeable difference.
Your forces are under attack.
No, 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 no. Hold position there. You can stand sort of near the front to give my tanks the vision range to actually attack from pretty far away. Just in case. Yeah, I guess that whole Marines get health back from using stim. I don't know where I got the impression that that was a thing. It looked like that it worked in the previous version of the map. Or not this map, but the next map. Or the... Jesus. the previous map. I'm falling apart. Let's go ahead and move these forward. I mean, this is some awesome resource. This is an awesome resource get up here. So, charcoal is gone. Charcoal, black, gray, what have you. It's gray on the mini-map, but they appear to be black. And then... Oh, that's right. The structures spawn units. Forgot about that. Okay, so, yeah, they're all gone. Let's just get this control tower. Yellow is... got this stuff. I don't know what this is, but I guess we'll take our tanks and take care of that. And then let's get some SCVs up here and we can repair all these tanks. If we're lucky, auto repair will continue to function as we hope it would. Dude, you love to see that. It didn't get us. It'd be interesting if destroying these generators actually did something. You know, it's possible Orange is just out of money.
Not enough energy.
Because they haven't attacked us for a while. No, they've got... They're mining. They are certainly mining. Okay, let's go and consolidate in the central area. Man, I've never even been close to maxed out this whole time. We should... Let's go ahead and build some depots. I've been focused on a consistent push forward. It's called the big push, so we're doing a big push. You understand? I think our poor Wraith finally passed away. He did his best. Really did his best for us. Now this push is going to be more difficult, certainly. If what we can do is maybe... Yeah, see, these SCVs are no longer... Maybe they aren't close enough.
Yes, sir. Orders, sir. I read you. Job's finished.
Okay, I'm not worried about that dropship.
Job's finished. Job's finished.
Okay, now Goliaths at least can also withstand some of the attacks from tanks as well, like better than Marines can, that's for sure. So that's why I think they might be the right choice here. Well, now, what I think I want to do, rather than stopping for this area, we want to get to the top of this ramp.
Your forces are under attack.
I was just kidding. I don't want to get to the top of this ramp. It's possible they were just on their way to attack us at this moment. Maybe they were stuck this whole time. Okay. As usual, if you can get up here with your tanks, then, you know, we're cooking with gas. Getting to that point is difficult, because you have to navigate units up these ramps. It's a real pain in the butt. So as usual, we'll checkerboard, leapfrog, whatever.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, you all do whatever you want to do. I'm going to get some SCVs up here. Let's make sure we move up Duke and some of these extra units. We get an SCV up here to make, like, a turret. Would make me feel a lot safer.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, here comes NORAD 2. Does NORAD 2 look ever so slightly smaller than the normal battle cruisers? I don't think it actually is, but I got that impression there for a brief moment. Tanks and tanks and tanks. And you know what? This is where I think we have enough stuff and they're not producing fast enough because they probably can't afford to, that we just go ahead and auto attack down this ramp and into their production. We got high ground tanks in here covering us so we can move these tanks down the ramp to start shelling their production from the low ground. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I think we've done it. This was a good mission. I was actually very... I don't want to say nervous. Remember I was talking, like, back during the Trump card where I was like... I don't know, sometimes I get psyched out. I think that's the better word for it. Like, nervous is not the right word, but I psych myself out of playing these sometimes. And I'm like, I have to be in the right mood. And then I'm, like, never in the right mood, so I just, like, never give myself the leeway to play these. But then when I finally do, like now, I have a great time. So I don't know why I get like some low-level anxiety. I don't know if it's just because I think like, oh, I'm gonna be playing this for 30 minutes and then lose, and then I will have wasted all that time. Maybe that's what spawns that. But like, I've never done like super poorly. I always come out and win, even if I struggle at certain times through these maps. So I don't know what makes me so concerned about any of this stuff. But honestly, this map in particular, I would say this has been one of the best of this campaign so far. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I guess the other thing too, I think there's an element of luck, and maybe just like I've been doing pretty decent at reading the maps and kind of getting a sense of what I need to do to properly succeed. Like I think on this one and the trump card, I had a general sense of like, where I needed to defend properly. And this one, there was really only one way they could attack us, which was here. So as long as I bottled them in here with the bunkers and the tanks, and then NORAD 2 was really strong, recognizing that NORAD 2 had all that armor and realizing we could use it to tank for us in all those circumstances was very good. Let's head down here to see if there's... Interesting. Okay. I'm just going to send groups of Marines down there until that gets destroyed. Okay, keep it up. There's usually an orange starport up here, but I'm not sure the best way to get to it.
Not enough energy.
It's connected from the high ground. Gotcha. Okay, you guys figure it out. You'll figure it out. I heard base is under... Oh, okay, fine. Goliath seemed like the right choice to do that. I'll send these tanks too so that we can destroy those structures a little bit faster, and then we're going to need this science vessel because they're going to spawn wraiths when they die, which we'll be able to... cloak. I'm going to guess the factories spawn vultures? Like, if they spawn Goliaths, that would be really good, but I'm gonna guess it's a vulture. Let's see. That's a Goliath. Okay, maybe it's random in some way. I mean, you pay a lot more for these production structures for the benefit of extra HP, but then also you get a free unit if they get destroyed. I don't know if that's really a great trade-off, considering, like, in theory, your buildings, you don't want your buildings ever getting destroyed in the first place, so you just, the supposed benefit of getting a free unit when the production structure is destroyed isn't necessarily, I guess, congruent with how you'd want to play the maps. But like sometimes you still lose stuff. It's inevitable. So like in a way, it's a nice little backup, I suppose, to have it. But in this case, like we're bearing down on them. The single unit that they spawn is not going to help them. They have some of these turrets left. I'm going to guess we don't have to, run through and destroy all this stuff, but, yeah, look at that. I think it was all factories, if I had to guess. I mean, in the original game, you have to kill, I think, every single structure. I know a lot of map creators these days, they kind of update it so that, in Warcraft 3, like, any supply structures don't count. Some research structures do or do not count. It really depends. But yeah, I'd want to reemphasize that this map I think was potentially the strongest in this campaign so far. Now, I can definitely see how I could have gotten rolled if I got hit with those. You remember that early infantry attack with all those fire bats and stuff? Like, I was ready for that in the sense that, I set up some defense. If you think that you're relatively safe and that, like, oh, they'll attack me with a small attack first, no. The first attack is huge. Also, I'm not really sure if I went into this with the, quote, supposed easy version of it, or easier. Now, the idea of it being easier, I don't think it's, like, made significantly easier. My understanding is it made it so that the enemy AI start with fewer SCVs or something like that. Basically, they have a slightly slower start. It doesn't make the later parts of the map harder or easier. It makes the early part of the map harder or easier based on that trump card comm center thing. So we survived the early part, I don't want to say with relative ease, but I think even if we had the harder version of the map, we probably would have made it through, and I feel like my mid and late games here were pretty strong in the sense that I kept the pressure on constantly. So that's usually where I struggle the most in these games. I feel like I get almost tired, like mentally tired, and just really drop off in the late game, and I think we did really good here. And this was really fun. Great job, Nekron. All right, I'll see everyone next time for, I believe, the second restored mission, which is Operation Silent Scream. See you then. Bye-bye.